But the game I've decided to play next is Neuromancer. Neuromancer, developed by Interplay, 1989. I have some notes about Neuromancer. Who's played it? Who's played it? Just check that out. Check out how beautiful. Right? I have the manual here. Thank you so much for the follow. I have the manual here. I think I've read this book. I can't remember. Whenever I try to read William Gibson, it doesn't stay in my brain. Hey, Mug Monster, I become Zika Tuesday. Oh, Kimco never beat it. I'm going to try, and I will resort to any walkthrough at some point. This game is gorgeous. I've taken a peek. Skilling Blow, thank you so much for the sub. Really, really super appreciate it. We're going to go through this manual. That's why I wanted to start early, and I didn't even start early, but that's why I wanted to. Because there's a lot of writing in this game. First, I want to bring your attention to the credits here. Programmed by Troy A. Miles. I distinctly remember reading Idoru, but I also don't remember anything about it. Designed by Bruce Balfour. Now, Bruce Balfour designed The Dagger of Amon-Ra, Laura Bow 2, The Dagger of Amon-Ra, and directed that. We also have, I don't know Mike Stackpole's work, but Brian Fargo of Fallout fame. Okay, wait. Okay, do you know Michael? Okay. Skilling Blow, you know who Michael Stackpole is? I gotta look him up. Seriously, I feel I didn't do enough research. Michael Stackpole. Ton of writing? Okay, let's get to Michael Stackpole. Science fiction author. Oh, nice. Known for his Star Wars and BattleTech books. Okay, yes, he's written a ton. So we got in a what do you call that? A murderer's row of incredible people working on this game. Devo soundtrack. Yeah. We got all kinds of people here. Lots of like veterans of everything, right? Hey, oh, Old School G read a bunch of his Star Wars license books when he was a teen. Fantastic. Okay, Star Wars. So this is an incredible. If I could only interact with this like I'm supposed to, why can't I interact with this? What's going on? Oh, let me interact with you. Okay, hold on. What are the properties? Properties. Refresh it. Refresh it. Interact. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you guys even know. Okay, Bill Duggan. I feel like I know that name as well. Fast DOS by Bill Berger Heinemann. Special thanks to Timothy Leary. I don't know if they mean Timothy Leary. That Timothy Leary for all his work and help and inspiration for making Neuromancer a reality. I don't know. Scandum compiled by Underdogs for Home of the Underdogs. So this is, yeah, we're going to get into this. This manual is thick. Yeah, the manual doesn't even want me to do this. Okay, here we go. Oh, look. Look. I might not even get to the gameplay for this game, but I should change my tag. Let's change my tag. Neuroman. No, and please, someone please tell me. It said on the thing that this is an adventure game. Is it not? Tell me now. I won't start reading if it is. If it isn't. Okay, Skilling Blow says Wikipedia says it is that Timothy Leary. It might be Rebecca Heinemann, in fact. Okay, wait. Okay. What is even going on? This game is out of control already. But tell me if it's not an adventure game, because I don't want to play an RPG, because it's going to take forever. And don't lie to me. Okay. It's seriously this Timothy Leary? Okay. That's amazing. Okay. Now, okay. Okay, so it was Rebecca Heinemann as well. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Neuromancer. There's so much writing, you guys. Why am I even doing this? Robot Spacer would. If it was Robot Spacer, he would. Okay, here we go. Okay, adventure game. Okay, you saw that Dave. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna go with that. Okay, just listen to some of what he has to say, not everything. I think that goes for all of us, Kim Kong, in terms of what Don't listen to everything anybody says. Mm. Nice. Okay. So, Old School Jay says Rebecca is also one of the founders of Interplay. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get into it. Neuromancer. Introduction. He closed. Okay, did Timothy Leary write this? Who wrote this? It wasn't William Gibson. Anyway, he closed his eyes, found the ridged face of the power stud, and in the bloodlit dark behind his eyes, silver phosphenes boiled in from the edge of space. Hypnagogic images jerking past like a film compiled from random frames. Symbols, figures, faces, a blurred, fragmented mandala of visual information. Please, he prayed. Now. A gray disk, the color of Chiba sky. Now. No, I'm never going to play my PD Island Dave War. I'm terrified of that game. It's never happening. Oh, okay. Bill Kuhn also says Michael Stackpole also wrote the nonfiction The Pulling Report in 1990 to refute the satanic panic surrounding D&D. Nice. I respect that very much. Disk beginning to rotate faster, becoming a sphere of paler gray. Expanding. And flowered for him, fluid neon origami trick, the unfolding of his distanceless home, his country, transparent 3D chessboard extending to infinity. I've never read Timothy Leary, but I imagine this is how he writes. Inner eye opening to the stepped scarlet pyramid of the Eastern Seaboard Fishing Authority, burning beyond the green cubes of Mitsubishi Bank of America, and high and very far away he saw the spiral arms of military systems forever beyond his reach. Oh yeah, no, no, yeah, One-Eyed Freak Bot. This is the manual I am reading, but it's as good as a novel, I'd say. And somewhere he was laughing in a white painted loft, distant figures caressing the deck, tears of release streaking his face. Okay, Okay, so this is from William Gibson. Fine, jacking into cyberspace from the book Neuromancer by William Gibson. Oh, Starflight also is a good one for this lore. The Matrix has its roots in primitive arcade games, said the voiceover, in early graphics programs and military experimentation with cranial jacks. On the Sony, a two-dimensional space war faded behind a forest of mathematically generated ferns, demonstrating the spatial possibilities of logarithmic spirals. Cold blue military footage burned through, lab animals wired into test systems, helmets feeding into fire control circuits of tanks and warplanes. Cyberspace, a consensual hallucination experienced daily by billions of legitimate operators in every nation. By children being taught mathematical concepts. A graphic representation of data abstracted from the banks of every computer in the human system. Unthinkable complexity. Lines of light ranged in the non-space of the mind, clusters and constellations of data. Like city lights receding. Yeah, I Beta Human. I recognize that line. I'm told that Chiba Sky's color of television turned to a dead channel. And it's funny because I remember reading also that nowadays kids these days wouldn't know what that color was because they don't I think now when there's no signal, isn't that just like a blue screen or they don't know what that would be even? Yeah, it would not be the same reference. A kid's show describing cyberspace from the book Neuromancer. The Real World. Neuromancer is a science fiction role-playing game set in the year 2058. Oh, we're getting there, guys. 2058. Your real-world location is Chiba City by Tokyo Bay in the Kanto district of south-central Honshu, Japan. Chiba is a magnet for the sprawl's technocrimical subcultures, notorious for its shadowland of black medicine and body shops. It's funny because Body Shop is like... They sell soap in Canada. Like, that's a Canadian company that's called the Body Shop. Anyway. Criminal activity in Chiba is a constant subliminal hum, and death is the punishment for laziness, carelessness, lack of grace, or the failure to heed the demands of the intricate protocol. At one end of the city is the towering hologram logo of Fuji Electric, dominating the skyline over the high-tech zone. At the other end is the Chiba spaceport, gateway to the orbital colonies of Freeside and Zion Cluster. Oh yeah, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to this 2058. Mark your calendars. Since Neuromancer is it's a role-playing game. It says here right in the manual. I was told it was an adventure game. You'll start the game by maneuvering your character through the real-world areas of Chiba City. Skills in the form of skill chips implanted directly into your brain jack must be purchased and developed to ensure your continued survival in this complex world. Skills will be discussed later in more detail. Role-playing games can be adventure games. Okay, Neuromancer Beta Human says mentions it's a Poison Silver Sky static. Yeah, kids don't know what static looks like anymore, right? It's a role-playing game. What are we gonna do? I'll play a bit of it. We'll see how far I get. We'll see. I find this game appealing, but I tend not to play. This would be the first role-playing game I would play. It's called. Oh my gosh. Okay, we'll try. I can make no promises. Like, how long is this game going to take? In the real world, interactions with the citizens of Chiba are important. Through dialogue, you can make friends or enemies. Some people can be very friendly, going so far as to give you things you need. Others can be downright unfriendly, keeping vital information from you if you say the wrong thing. Information is power, and you don't have much when you start the game. Let's do it for Devo and Timothy Leary. Another important source of information is the PAX, public access booths conveniently located around the city, providing private citizens with the means to stay current with the rest of the world. The PAX offers a newspaper, the Night City News, a public BBS, bulletin board system for personal messages, and friendly banking services. Yes, money is important to your survival. The Night City News is updated daily, so it's a good idea to refer to it at least once every 24 hours. The PAX BBS will remind you that you are not alone in this world. You have friends who are happy to help when they can. Your purpose in life. And what about your friends? Curiously enough, you seem to have fewer of them these days. Is it because of your breath? Maybe it's because you haven't taken a bath recently? Or in Chiba City, is survival more valuable and less costly than friends? You've heard rumors that several cyberspace cowboys have disappeared, and not all of them were your friends. Where have they gone? You suspect that the answer lies in cyberspace, but you've fallen on hard times. You had to pawn your deck for some cash as soon as you arrived in Chiba City. You spent the last 2 days in a drunken stupor wondering what to do. Now it's time to act. The fate of your remaining friends and yourself depends on your successful solution of this bizarre mystery. Ooh, a mystery. It's hooking me, because you know I like a mystery. Basic decks and comlink access. The best way to get started in your quest is to locate the basic hardware, your deck, and the software needed to jack into the public computer network. Having already spent a short time in Chiba before the game begins, you'll find a basic deck with comlink software waiting for you right where you left it, wherever that is. Deck hardware and software can be upgraded at several locations in the city. Money is the key factor. Better equipment means better reliability and capability to carry and use more software, but the price goes up accordingly. Most people in Chiba end up buying their equipment from the used equipment stores, such as Crazy Edo's Used Hardware Emporium, but Edo has a limited stock, so serious cyberspace cowboys buy from Asano Computing, the only local dealer who carries full-blown matrix simulators called Cyberspace decks. Oh, William Gibson, pretty active on Blue Sky. I should tell him I'm streaming Neuromancer. Normal comlink access requires the use of one of those cyberspace jacks scattered around the city. With a basic deck and comlink software, you can use these jacks to access computer systems bases all over the world. If you know the comlink access code for a particular base, you can reach it with a proper level of comlink software. Low security bases require only comlink 1.0 for access, but the corporate and government bases with the highest security level requires comlink 6.0 to make a connection. Keep in mind that the cyberspace jacks are used for both comlink and cyberspace access. Comlink software can get you there, but most bases are protected by passwords. Certain bases will give you a visitor's password in their introductory message, but most passwords must be located by you. I really like Johnny Mnemonic. I think it's a fun movie. Some passwords that you come across will be coded, requiring the use of the cryptology skill chip to decipher them before they can be used for entry to a base. As rumors have it, bases can often be penetrated at the lower levels with a new kind of software that allows you to bypass the simpler password systems. Once you've been admitted to the base at a given level, you have access to everything contained in that level of the base. Many bases have multiple levels of access, each level requiring a different password. If you can log onto a database at a higher level after finding its password, you will have access to more of the contents of the database, including secret information. Valuable software can be downloaded from some of these bases. You will be automatically charged for your comlink access time, so use your time wisely because it will be limited by the amount of money you have on your credit chip. When you are logged onto a database, time passes at the same rate that it does in the real world. Cyberspace. Once you get a cyberspace deck, you'll want to access the matrix itself, also known as cyberspace. Hidden from the common citizen who is limited to accessing bases through the comlink system, the cyberspace grid represents information in its purest form. Ooh, cyberspace grid. That's what we had in the background. All of the private, corporate, government, and military bases can be reached in cyberspace. Many of these bases can be reached only from cyberspace because they are isolated computers with the highest level of protection. Visually, cyberspace is a three-dimensional representation of all the bases, which look like geometric shapes. These bases are laid out in specific zones of the horizontal cyberspace grid. Shadowrun, eh? One-eyed freak, but is that like a I know that's a tabletop, right? Role-playing game? But is it like a game? In actuality, this cyberspace is just an image generated in your brain by your cyberspace deck. Without the deck, cyberspace would just be a complex sea of information that humans would never be able to understand. In operation, you might compare travel in cyberspace to driving around in a city. The streets are represented by lines of the grid. The buildings are the geometric shapes of the bases. Your car is your cyberspace deck. As with moving around a city, you can keep driving past the buildings or stop and enter them if you can get past the security guard. Oh, cool. Released SNES and Sega Genesis. Nice. I like Cyberpunk. Ice and icebreakers. Bases are protected by ice. Intrusion countermeasure electronics, which act as an independent, semi-intelligent barrier, keeping cowboys like you from getting inside the base. However, cowboys do manage to break in with their specialized ice-breaking softwares. The trick is finding the appropriate versions and types of softwares to break through the ice before it can adapt its defenses to the attack. There are subtle, slow-acting viruses that sneak up on an ice layer and destroy it gradually, as well as brute-force icebreakers that can crush an ice layer all at once. There are many different kinds of ice-breaking programs, some good and some bad. You'll also notice that icebreakers vary in their effectiveness, but you'll have to experiment on your own to learn more about each one. Zardoz says, here's how it works. If a game lets you pick a name, it's an RPG. If you can't pick a name, it's an adventure game. You'll find that the low security bases are protected by the weakest ice. By breaking into these, you can develop your abilities, test your softwares, and generally prepare for stronger and deadlier combat with medium and high security ice. Ooh, SNES Shadowrun has a great soundtrack, Goman-sama says. Well, this has Devo. I have played Beneath a Steel Sky on my own, not on stream or anything. I've not played Beyond a Steel Sky. I have not. You'll find... Okay, and there's one more minor point that you need to know. Ice has an annoying tendency to fight back. In fact, it can kill you. AIs. Certain bases contain a second line of defense, an AI, which stands for Artificial Intelligence. Beginning with primitive 20th century attempts to model human intelligence in computer programs, modern-day AIs have developed into individual entities capable of being granted citizenship by certain countries. Oh yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh. That sounds familiar. Yeah, he's done a bunch of stuff. Yes. Several, especially programmed for the military, and for corporations that can afford them, modern AIs have personalities and mental capabilities far beyond the humans that originally created them. Among other tasks, AIs can run large corporations and design the ice that protects bases in cyberspace. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's nice when you can get past stuff on Kim Kong. Mark Mothersbaugh did the Rugrats music. Because of the potential threat of such an intellectual power, a government agency was formed to keep the AIs under control. The Turing Registry has the responsibility of watching for signs that any AI might develop into a dangerous, ultra-intelligent program. While this is impossible with the limited computing facilities available to a single AI, the Turing Registry makes certain that the AIs are unable to communicate as a group. As soon as an AI is created, the manufacturer is legally bound to register its name, number, and citizenship with Turing. Turing also keeps track of humans suspected of illegally helping AIs. So far, this has been sufficient to restrain the AIs. I don't know if this game supports ad-lib sound or only PC speaker. I think I only have PC speaker working at the moment. AIs are fully capable of defending themselves. Sane cowboys avoid combat with these formidable entities because icebreaking softwares can't harm them. An AI attack isn't a unique experience. Cowboys refer to this type of battle, which is aimed directly at the brain, as flatlining. The AI feeds a neural shock into the victim's brain, keeping the cowboy brain dead long enough for his physical body to stop functioning. While it's rumored that there are skill chips available that allow mental combat with AIs, no one has lived long enough to talk about the details. The late McCoy Pauly, aka Dixie Flatline, is said to have run into AIs in 3 different bases and supposedly only survived because he found a weakness in each AI. His Joe-boy assistant managed to jack Pauly out of the cyberspace during 3 flatlining attacks before his body died. The 4th time, Pauly's heart just gave out and he went to cyber heaven, but he was paid handsomely for his liver. Cyberspace survival. Survival in the cyberspace environment depends on the skills, equipment, software, and information you've acquired in the earlier phases of the game. You may often find it necessary to return to the real world because you've run out of money or need a new deck, more software, more information, or you need to move to a new jack location to reach another area of cyberspace. Yeah, this is the benchmark, I think, for a lot of cyberpunk terms. Limitations on cyberspace travel. There are 2 primary factors governing the distance that can be traveled at any one time by a cowboy in cyberspace. Jack range limit. There are several cyberspace jacks available in Chiba City. Physically connecting your deck to one of these jacks, jacking in, determines where you will be located when you enter cyberspace. Most jacks can access only a limited area of cyberspace called a zone. Normally, you can only access areas of cyberspace within the jack's zone limit. Connect time. Few things are free in Chiba City. Using a cyberspace jack costs money, just like long distance telephone charges of the 20th century. This creates another limit on how far you can travel when you're jacked in. You run out of money on your credit chip. If you run out of money on your credit chip, your connection is broken, putting you back in the real world. Cyberspace decks. Cyberspace decks called cyberdecks or matrix simulators are illegal for private use, but certain dealers have a liberal definition of private use and continue to sell them to independent agencies. Most cowboys define themselves as independent agencies. If a cowboy can afford it, there are a wide range of matrix simulators available, so many in fact, that an independent review service known as Consumer Review exists to help people decide which deck to buy. The Consumer Reports. Davor, thank you so much for dropping by. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Good luck with all your dev stuff that you do, both, work stuff and game stuff. I'm looking forward to your game. Yeah, the lore is fun. Yeah, the lore is fun. Long distance phone calls of the 20th century. Yeah, we now use like WhatsApp, and we do there's not so much landline stuff anymore, I think. But cyberspace decks. Cyberspace decks, also called cyberdecks or matrix simulators, are illegal for private use, but certain dealers have oh wait, I read that already. There are a number of differences between the standard deck, which is legally available to the average consumer, and a deck with cyberspace capability. Shielding. Cyberdecks have built-in combat shielding, which protects the cyberdeck and its software from ICE attacks. RAM limits. The programs that drive the operating systems in both types of decks, as well as icebreaking and other application softwares, are enormous in comparison to the size of programs in archaic 20th century computers. Modern DEC RAM, random access memory, is highly efficient and can handle a number of these programs with remarkable speed. DECs are continuously powered by an internal power supply so that the memory is non-volatile. Once you've downloaded a program, it stays in memory permanently unless the DEC is damaged or you erase the software. Some softwares, however, are one-shot programs, consuming themselves after you execute them. Each DEC has its own limit of the number of softwares it can handle. Top-of-the-line DECs, such as the Ono Sendai Cyberspace 7, can manage up to 25 programs simultaneously. ROM constructs, highly illegal and not available to private citizens, cowboy or otherwise, are the ROM constructs. Each ROM construct is a recording of an individual human's personality, responses, knowledge, and memories. Constructs are occasionally used by cyber DEC operators in the government and large corporations, which is why top-of-the-line cyber DECs contain a slot for a ROM construct cartridge. That's weird. That's like your personality. That's like your personality. That's weird. Skill chips. How many browser tabs? Skill chips. Skills in the form of skill chips are available for purchase in Chiba City. Skill chips are implanted directly in the brain jack on the side of your skull, giving you instant access to that particular type of knowledge. For example, the cryptology skill chip gives you the ability to decipher certain types of coded passwords. Skill chips cover a wide range of abilities ranging from foreign languages to high-tech cyberspace skills. Skills can be improved through tutorials found in bases and training from knowledgeable Chiba citizens. Some skills are improved with experience in using that skill. In general, skills improve your chances of success, both in the real world and in cyberspace. Once you learn a skill, you remember it permanently. When you want to use a skill chip in a room in the real world, you should always use the chip just after you enter the room, before doing anything else, including talking with other people. A list of skill chips can be found in Appendix A. Body Shop. The Chiba City Body Shop serves two major functions: body part sales and reanimation. If a wealthy cowboy is unfortunate enough to get killed, and his body is found before it rots, it may be taken to the body shop for reanimation. This is an expensive process, but the dead cowboy rarely has any say in the matter. By sheer coincidence, the cost of reanimation almost always equals the amount of money the cowboy was carrying on his credit chip when he died. That's why smart cowboys keep a little money stashed in their bank accounts. Good, that's a hot tip. Body shops are also handy places to pick up cash. Of course, the drawback is that you have to sell one of your body parts to get money, but who needs a spleen anyway? Important body parts, as determined by the body shop, will sell for more money. Curiously enough, you'll find that the important body parts tend to be the same ones that most affect your constitution level if you sell them off. As a public service, the body shop replaces any parts you sell them with a cheap plastic replacement. Replacement parts are almost as good as the real thing, except for their short life. Fortunately, you can buy your parts back when you get the money together for a higher price if they're still available. Yeah. Value sip, happy Crimson Tuesday. Yeah, you got your loofahs, you got your bath bombs, you got, your lotion. I like the body shop. I used to go there all the time, but I haven't been in a mall for quite some time. All this love would be great for a modern Westworld game. Kim-Con. Yeah, there was wasn't there a Wasteland games or something? I think, didn't Brian Fargo have something to do with them? All this lore. Yes, good lore. Yeah, Beta Human. My favorite bit of Neuromancer that aged badly is that mentions in passing that a dude got killed for 4 megabytes of RAM. Life and death. A wise philosopher once said, death is when your constitution hits 0. Life is anything above that. While walking around the real world, there's little chance of losing your constitution, but in cyberspace, it can get whomped on by killer ice. If you find yourself selling off lots of your flesh at the body shop, keep in mind The cheap plastic replacement organs don't suit your system very well, and you won't ever have as high a constitution as you would with good natural body parts. You can monitor your constitution by using the mode command icon. A note about taking notes. You'll discover many passwords, link codes, ID numbers, and other bits of data throughout the game, and you'll have to thresh through the information yourself and decide what's important enough to write down. We've provided pages. Oh, they provided pages in the back of this manual for note-taking purposes. Y'all. Conversations. In talk mode, you can carry on a conversation with other characters in a room through the use of word balloons. Yeah, I'm gonna need something. Word balloons allow you to choose among several responses or questions that are appropriate to the situation in that room. In some cases, you will find an option that reads something like this. Tell me about ... I did not make a note about taking notes, Evil Tentacle. I will probably forget. If you think the character you're talking to knows something about a particular subject, you can't ask them about it by typing a word describing that subject. It's a text parser. I'm back in. I got scared when they said RPG, but I'm back in with a text parser. For example, if you want to ask Julius about skills or skill chips, you could type, tell me about skill. Keep in mind that not everyone in Chiba City will want to or be able to answer all of your questions. Tell me about Loom. Your credit chip. When the game starts, your Orient Express credit chip will contain only 6 credits. Your credit chip acts like a wallet. It contains the money you want to carry around with you in the city. Your bank account holds the remainder of your funds, which can be downloaded to your credit chip through any of the PAX terminals in Chiba City. While it's tempting to download all of your funds to your credit chip, it's not always a good idea. See the body shop section. Yeah, I would never use the back of the manual to write anything down. I'd just get my own little notebook. Using the PAX system, PAX booths are conveniently located around the city, providing private citizens with the means to stay current with the rest of the world. The PAX offers a newspaper, the Night City News, a bulletin board system, public BBS for personal messages, and banking services through the First Orbital Bank of Switzerland. When you operate a PAX terminal, you'll be given 3 access codes and asked for a verification code, which is obtained from the PAX verification code wheel. Uh-oh. Included with the game. I see your reference card for details. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Blair Madison, for the supplementary material. Let me just, oh my god, you can move it. Oh, it's adorable. Okay, I'm going to just bookmark that. Thank you for that. Once you are identified, the PAX main menu will appear listing your options. You can always exit from any menu by selecting the exit option or by typing X on your keyboard. The main menu lists the following services. Exit system. Number 1, first time PAX user info. Number 2, access banking interlink. Number 3, Night City News. 4, bulletin board. Is that Kim Kong, is that really a for real password that people use commonly? Al sent me? Or AI? Is it Al? Make your selection by typing the option number on your keyboard or by selecting it with your joystick or mouse. First time PAX user info, a brief history of the PAX network. Access banking interlink. This option brings up the banking menu. At the top of the screen, your name is displayed along with your BAMA account number, the amount on your credit chip, and your current bank account balance. The download credits option option lets you transfer a specific amount of credits from your bank account to your credit chip. Upload credits option lets you transfer a specific amount of credits from your credit chip to your bank account. Transaction record option lists the 4 most recent transactions in your bank account, downloads, uploads, and official government fines. Oh, Al Williams. Interesting. Night City News. This option puts you into the Night City News system. To read an article, select one of the listed headlines with your joystick or mouse or by typing the headline number. The More option should be used to view headlines that have appeared after the first screen fills up. Bulletin board. This option puts you into the personal message system on the PAX. You can view the daily messages or send one yourself. If you select View Messages, a message menu will appear. To read a message, select one from the list with your joystick or mouse or by typing the message number. Be sure to read all the messages by using the More option. Oh, you were joking? Okay. It's never worked? Okay, I thought maybe that's like one of those backdoor things that people do use. Wow, okay. Okay, we're gonna do it. Deck operation. The given examples use keyboard commands, but these steps can also be accomplished with joystick or mouse. You know we're gonna do keyboard all the way. Basic deck operation. I should start making notes about this part because this is where we start getting into stuff to know. Okay. Starting note taking now. This is Neuromancer. If you're in a room with a cyberspace jack and you've learned some database link codes, you can use your deck to dial into the database using this procedure. If you have the proper level of comlink software. Okay, type T for inventory. Okay, T equals inventory. Okay. This is to jack in. Number 1, type T. Number 2, select UXB or whatever deck you have with you by typing the corresponding number from the list. Oh, that's an I. I can't read. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Thank you, Blair Madison. Current deck. Okay. The operate, discard, give, erase menu will be displayed. Type O to operate deck. O to operate deck. Select your highest level comlink software, comlink 1.0 for example, by typing its number. You will be asked to enter the comlink code for the database you wish to access. Highest comlink software. Enter the comlink code. Okay, so that's easy. A proper code such as cheap O for the cheap hotel database with a proper level of comlink software will jack you into the database. If you enter an incorrect code, you can keep trying again until you press return to exit. If you make a mistake while typing the comlink code, just backspace and type over your mistake. Okay. Comlink code. So it could just be words or numbers. Okay. 6. Press the spacebar to bypass the database's introductory screen and then type the password for the database when requested to do so. Okay. That's nice that they let you bypass. But sometimes those intro screens have passwords and stuff in them. Intro screen. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh. Cyberspace. This is not the... What is the difference? Basic deck operation, cyberspace deck operation. Okay, so this is basically the same. Oh, you need... Okay, for cyberspace deck. Okay. You need comlink 6.0. Okay. Cyberspace deck operation. Okay, which I don't think I'm going to have for a while, I imagine. Needs... So I'm not going to read this out loud because I don't think I'm going to need to know this for a while. To access cyberspace. Okay, so we're going to skip over this. Okay, action examples. Okay, give someone item, display inventory, type number, or it's fine. This is pretty straightforward. Okay, that's pretty fine. Okay, install a skill chip. Operate. Okay, so this is all fine. Okay, installing skill chip using implanted skill. Well, that's something to know. Use implanted skill. You gotta type S for skill. S equals skill. Okay. We'll see how fun this is. I suspect this is an RPG, but I will, you know what? Let's just try something new on the channel. Okay, select the skill you want, type the word. Okay, that's fine. Okay, downloading software. When you're in the software library of a database viewing a list of programs, you may wish to download some software to your deck. This is accomplished by selecting the software you desire by its corresponding number. You will receive a download complete message when the transmission is finished. The software is now available to you when you operate your deck. Okay, well, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, this ROM construct thing was interesting to me. Because a ROM construct. Type R for ROM construct. Okay. Software debug, software analysis, monitor mode. Okay. Okay, when you select the software debug or software analysis options, you are making use of the ROM construct skills in those areas. Once selected, they each display your software list. Okay, that's fine. The music, I've got 6 hours, Zortoxcraft, of Canadian folk tunes. It's not, you know, tonally appropriate for cyberspace, but that's fine. Select the software you want to, okay. Debug or analyze. Debug or analyze, alright. Monitor option must be activated if you want the ROM construct to be aware of your current activities. Interesting, okay, so 3. So monitor mode. Monitor mode. Okay, so this is so to make ROM aware of current activity. This sounds very cool. Current abilities. Yes, I am from Canada. I am Canadian. This is useful when things are happening so quickly that you may not be aware of certain things, such as your impending death. In monitor mode, if the construct realizes you're about to die, it won't hesitate to let you know about it. Well, that's nice. Erasing softwares from your deck when in the real world. Okay, that's fine. That sounds pretty self-explanatory. Okay, we're not gonna... Okay, well... Okay, we're not gonna read about the code wheel. What is this? Someone... Oh. Looks like someone's already given us some tables to refer to, but... let's read about the skill tips, because it's short, and we're almost done. Appendix A, list of skill tips. Cop talk. Used in the real world to disguise yourself by talking like a cop with an Irish accent. This can be useful for interrogating the right people. That's so, like, just having an Irish accent is going to make you be a cop. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Okay. But I like the code wheel better. Like, I don't want to just consult tables. Cop talk. Bargaining. Used before purchasing things in the real world, this skill can bring the price down. Most people already know this trick, or they have a bargaining skill chip of their own, so it won't always work. Yeah, exactly, Blair Manson, that's my feeling about it. I probably will just use the code wheel. Cryptology. Used in the real world to analyze passwords and decode them. You may occasionally come across a password that can't be decoded by the highest level of this skill chip, in which case you'll have to figure out where to go to decode it yourself. I'm assuming this says musicianship. Used in the real world to play various styles of music for amusement. Software analysis finds out and tells you the function of your software. Debug repairs damaged software in your deck. Hardware repair locates and repairs problems with your deck. Ice breaking used at the beginning of an ice combat session in cyberspace. The skill applies your previous experience with ice breaking to locate weaker points in the ice protection, making it easier to break into. Evasion gives you a chance to retreat from combat with an AI when you realize you're not prepared yet for this particularly horrible form of suicide. Zen calms your mind after mental shocks. It's said Dixie Flatline was a Zen master. You'll find other skill chips throughout the course of the game, but you'll have to find out about those yourself. Try as many as you want if you can afford them. Yeah, my dad would construct like the he made the Secret of Monkey Island code wheel with like photocopied parts. Okay, so that's the whole thing. That's the whole manual. And I know it's 11:30. I know I usually stop at 11:30, but I do think we should get a taste of the game before we go for the night. So we're gonna do that. We're going to do that. If I can find it. Oh, did it shut itself down? It shut itself down. Okay, that's okay. I've got it here. Okay, and you don't have any music yet? Give me a second. We're gonna see we're gonna get a taste of it before we go for the night. Devo, folks. Okay, you know what? Pangori says this is actually top tier Devo. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna try to restart that with a different sound setting and see if we get, you know, something else. just, we'll just see. Do you think it's a straight adaptation of an actual Devo song? Okay, we're gonna try. I'm gonna try to set that to something else, if possible. Is that possible? Tandy speaker sampling. I wonder what because yeah, I'm kind of looking for MIDI or something, but this is 1989. I don't think we're gonna do better than that. What if I turn off the activate PC speaker check mark? What if we put the Tandy speaker on instead of on auto? Let's just see what happens. I'm fine with PC speaker. I like PC speaker. Okay, well that's no music at all. So I think we're gonna go with that. Yeah, I think we're gonna just have to go with what it defaulted to. I feel like that's our best bet. Okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Okay, and Blair Madsen thinks, yeah, maybe the PC version is PC speaker only. That's fine. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. Let me just change the settings back. All right, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. You just spent the night sleeping face down in a plate of synth spaghetti in a bar called the Chatsubo. After rubbing the sauce out of your eyes, you can see Chiba sky through the window, the color of television tuned to a dead channel. A PAX booth is on the wall. Ratz's prosthetic Russian arm whines as he wipes the bar. His teeth are a webwork of East European steel and brown decay. I don't care if you eat that spaghetti or sleep in it, you still gotta pay for it. 46 credits. Have a good night, Kim Kong. Happy Crimson Tuesday. Hunter 1043, since spaghetti. This looks mighty good. Oh, look at me walk. Oh my god, look at is this the window? Oh. It's already so good. Oh. Okay, what do we got? Okay, what do we got? We have. What is this? Items. I got a pawn ticket. I got 6 credits. Okay, exit. Exits. Public access system. Enter verification code. I don't got that. Leave me alone. Okay. Okay, what's an... Okay, it's a public system, so whatever. Okay. Next. What's next? Sorry, rats. Can't afford it. Want me to give it back? How about if I owe it to you? You can trust me. This is so good. What more do you need? I'm ready for dessert. Have you got any pudding for me to sleep in? Is he thinking that? Like, is that what the bubbles are? Is that him just thinking those things? Maybe? I'd like to sleep on it some more if that's okay with you, rats. I guess he's talking. Sorry, rats, I can't afford it. Want me to give it back? Oh, wait. Oh, these are my... okay, I can pick one. Can I just pick one? Which one to say? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay, so let's pick one. Let's say... okay, let's say the dessert one. No? Oh, wait. Dessert. What is this? What am I doing? Can I press enter? What's happening? I've read the whole manual and I'm already stuck. Yeah, color television tuned to a dead channel is retro futuristic and yeah, it's no longer. Did I even talk to him? I don't even think I talked to him. I don't know how to do that. It didn't cover that in the manual, did it? Talk. Yeah, let's do that. How do I select that? Okay, oh, space bar. Okay. You've been sleeping in that stuff all night. Now pay up or I'll call a law bot. Yeah, I think that it's this space bar thing. How about I owe it to you? You can try. No, okay, maybe I got to press that again, like you said. No, okay, I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that. What's the affirmative? Enter? No. Oh, was it enter? Can't afford it. Oh yeah. There it goes. Yeah. Okay, it goes from thought to talked. Cool. Okay, cool. Next. Okay, next. What's this? This is our... we have no skills. Burp. Burp. Oh, disk options. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just wanted to get the lay of the land. What's this? Oh, that's the date. Is that the date? Oh, yeah, it's 2058. That's right. Time 1609. Money $6. What's the con? Oh, yeah, I've got a 2000 con. I don't like time is ticking games. I don't like that. Okay. Looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. I don't know how to actually... when I say that, it's like I don't know if I can look at actual stuff. Is this the exit out? This is the exit out? Yes, it is. Oh, well, that was quick. You're under arrest, citizen, for not paying your tab. Oh, we're already not good at this. You find yourself in a justice booth. On the wall monitor in front of you is the huge image of a frowning compu judge. On the smaller monitor is the serious face of a compu lawyer. You have been charged with a serious crime, citizen. I will be your judge. This is an outrage. I haven't done anything. I'm innocent. I'm guilty. I'll throw myself on the mercy of the court. I'm insane. I'm not responsible for my actions. I'm going to say this is an outrage. I haven't done anything. Let's try that one. This is an outrage. I haven't done anything. The court notes your plea. Due to the serious nature of your crime, there can only be one verdict. Ha ha, guilty. Oh, well, I don't know why that's happening. I'll get you for this. I'm sorry. Oh, I've learned the error of my ways. I'll never do it again. Sure. Great. I don't know how I advanced. We got a lot of learning to do, clearly. Like, I advanced all through that text wrongly. But I got out of it. Look at the sign. Yeah, this is not a traditional kind of interface. It's great, though, and I'm eager to learn it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Can I not go back in here? It's very nice. Did they take all my money? No, they didn't. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know. I'm feeling very intimidated by this game. Can I talk to this? Can I talk to you? Oh yeah. This is what I live for. When it comes to playing these other EGA games, right? Like, you just don't know. Like, there's so many different ways to do this stuff, to solve the same problems. Like, this is like, there's no green here, right? And already that makes so much of a difference. Hey, you're in the body shop. Jars of human internal organs sit on a shelf waiting to be refrigerated. A tall man waits behind the counter with a permanent smile where his lips have been removed. His name tag identifies him as Chin. I have not played Clock Tower Zotox 5. That's another one on my list because I know they just did a redesign of that game. Can I be of service? Would you like to sell a body part? Yes, I would. Yes, I'd love to sell you a portion of my anatomy. No thanks, just browsing. I feel a certain attachment to the body part I previously sold. I'd like to buy another. I'll look at the time. I have an urgent dentist appointment. Excuse me. Yes, I'd love to. Like, I'm not gonna keep the save. I'm just exploring. Yes, I'd love to sell you a portion of my anatomy. Wonderful. We currently have a need for the following parts. Ooh, more. What else can I sell? Liver, kidney, gallbladder, pancreas, larynx, legs. Ooh, both legs. You don't say. More. Intestines, nose, ears. Oh. Appendix 3. Wow. Okay, well, I gotta know. If you sell your legs, do you get cyber legs or what? Let's sell our legs. What's gonna happen? Okay, more. Can I sell something else? If I sold my nose, is it gonna be reflected in the I'm rich. Enjoy your cheap plastic replacement. Oh. Hey, look. We have a different leg now, right? Look, our leg is am I just making that up, but is our leg different? Our nose looks the same. This is a donut. This is no. We would have front nose. We would have dialogue options, but I guess maybe it would wear out after a certain amount of time because the plastic stuff doesn't work for. Oh wow, I missed the donut thing. This is Donut World. Back again. I warned you once. Looking for trouble, citizen. Oh, that's the cop. This is Donut World. Oh, I missed the first look type. Look at these nice. But was our leg always? Oh, maybe I'm just making it up. No, I think no. His leg always looked like that. It just looks the same. Okay, let's hassle this cop. Can a man get a donut in this town without getting arrested? Yeah, I'm looking for trouble. Have you seen any? Sorry, my mistake. I left my brain in my other pants. I'm looking for trouble. Have you seen any? That's it. You're under arrest. You're charged with serious crime again. I'd like to offer you my services for your defense. You need me. Only 250 credits in advance. He's right. You need a lawyer. You're in bigger trouble, citizen. Fine, I'll pay the lawyer's fee. I don't have that money. Oh, I guess I did. Oh, I did. I sold my body parts. Guilty, Your Honor. Defendant requests the death penalty for his crime. What? That's an outrage. I'm innocent. What? That's an outrage. I'm innocent. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. The court finds the defendant guilty. A fine of 500 credits will be deducted from the defendant's bank account. This is a blatant miscarriage of justice. What else? Okay. So, how am I doing? I don't think I'm doing very well. This is a hard game. I'm not good at this. 206. Okay. That was not good. But yeah, this is a hard game. This is a hard game. Wow, okay. Well, we'll see. Microsoft's. What is this? Varies is one of Chiba's dubious software stores. The walls are lined with slivers of Microsoft. Spikes of colored silicon mounted on cardboard for displaying. Display? The shaved head of Larry Moe, with a dozen Microsofts protruding from the carbon socket behind his left ear, is visible beside the counter. You're looking to buy some softs? This is fascinating. Got anything good? I'm a cop. You're under arrest unless you answer some questions. You're not a cop. You're a meatball. I'm calling the law bot. I'm insane. I'm not responsible for my actions. Okay. Guilty. Okay. I think I got arrested 3 times so far. And I have a plastic leg and a plastic nose. I think that's all the winning I can do this evening.